2004 marks the 100th anniversary of Edmonton, Alberta's capital and the city of champions. One of the keys to Edmonton's success has been its people, coming from different cultures and different backgrounds. Edmonton's Muslim community has formed a strong partnership with the city and its people for about as long as Edmonton has existed as a municipality. More than 100 years ago, a trickle of Lebanese immigrants began to arrive in Edmonton. These men, Muslims and Christians, came to Canada with the promise of a better life. In the 1960s, 70s and 80s, there were waves of Muslim immigrants. Many came after the Arab-Israeli wars and the civil war in Lebanon. East Indians came from Uganda after President Idi Amin forced them out, and others fled from the conflicts in India and Pakistan. The 1990s saw Muslims arriving from Bosnia, Somalia, and Afghanistan. In addition, many came from other countries seeking a better economic and educational future for their families. Today, the Muslim community in Edmonton is around 30,000 strong. It is diverse and continues to grow and evolve. They are represented in commerce, retail, manufacturing, construction, and information technology. They work as professionals in the civil service and academia, in private enterprise and medical practices. As the Muslims settled and established roots, they built community centers and places of worship that demonstrate rich Islamic architecture. The first mosque in all of North America, the Al-Rashid Mosque, was opened in 1938 with Edmonton Mayor John Fry cutting the ribbon. Many of the grandchildren of the families that built this mosque, such as the Avid and Hamden families, continue to live in this city. This historic little building, which was designed by a Ukrainian architect, is now preserved at Fort Edmonton Park. It is a wonderful symbol of Edmonton's leadership in religious, cultural, and ethnic diversity. As the population of Muslims grew, additional centers for worship and social activities were established throughout Edmonton. The design of some of these centers interpret Islamic architectural principles in a modern Western context. Consistent with Islamic philosophy, the use of symmetry and geometry provides a sense of stability, tranquility, and balance. The contributions of Muslim women in Edmonton are significant. Not only did the women play a key role in founding the first mosque, they played a leadership role in raising funds to relocate the Al-Rashid Mosque to Fort Edmonton through the Edmonton chapter of the Canadian Council of Muslim Women. Two Muslim women who have made a significant contribution are Dr. Laila Falman and Dr. Zohra Husseini. Dr. Falman completed her PhD in 1984 and is an author and publisher. She was one of the founding members of the CCMW in 1982 and World Council of Muslim Women in 1992. She was recognized with the Order of Canada in 2001 for her tireless efforts. Dr. Zohra Husseini migrated to Canada 30 years ago from India. Since then, she has worked continuously in the fields of education, interfaith harmony, and women's advancement. She got her Master of Letters in Philosophy from Cambridge University, England, and her PhD in Sociology from the University of Alberta. She has contributed significantly through her books and numerous articles. As president of the Muslim Research Foundation, she researched and published Muslims in the Canadian Mosaic, highlighting Muslim achievements in Canada.